If you have a lot of debt or simply don't have enough money, then congratulations, you found the right video for you. Friends, I greet you all. Today we will talk about the topic of debt and how to get out of it fairly quickly. Many young people face the problem of having a lot of ambitions to trade, study analysis, explore markets, and simply grow and move forward. But they lack money or are deeply in debt. So, to get out of such a situation, there is a fairly simple way. And this way consists of the banal act of saving money. You won't believe it, but this is actually a very effective thing. And if you ask anyone who has hit rock bottom and then risen up, almost all of them have pulled themselves up using this method. Everything is actually very logical. If you desire a beautiful life but cannot afford it because you earn $300, $400 and borrow from acquaintances and friends to buy something to show off the debt. I know that many guys like to borrow money just to drink, but that's already an extreme. So it's better to set aside that money, and if you've already borrowed it, you can put it into what can be called an investment portfolio. It doesn't matter what it will be. It will be trading. It will be just some kind of investment. It will even be a simple saving for the future. That's already great. If you learn to save 10%, it will be a big step for you. If you learn to invest or work with these 10%, it will be really very fantastic. For instance, I'll give you a simple example. When I started saving, yes, you won't believe it, I was also at what you could call the lower levels, and it was quite difficult. When I started saving, at first it was not so much difficult as it was very unpleasant. I had to limit myself in many areas and forget about some social gatherings. That is, I had to work hard at various jobs just to go out and have fun, to buy something for myself. But I have removed the act of borrowing money from my life altogether. That is, if I do borrow, I do so with an understanding of what I am borrowing for. I either invest in a project or I invest in a person. And all of this I consider as investments. That is, I don't just engage in it to spend, I engage in it to invest, to earn interest and then pay it back from the interest. So, returning to the story, when I started saving, I went through all the stages, especially when I began studying and moved out from my parents' house. A foreign city, unfamiliar people, and a completely unknown company. Moreover, the guys were really energized back then, I remember, and I was watching them. That is, I wanted to save money. I don't remember where I read or heard about saving, but I decided for myself that no more debts, I am going to start saving. I started to gradually save and put away money when the guys invited me to a party. And to be honest, I can tell you that if I hadn't gone there, I probably wouldn't have saved much at all. I might have just saved up for a little apartment and that would be it. But I saw a completely different level, and you could even say it was a kind of investment. An investment in my new mindset and in the new me. So I was saving literally about 15-20% there, which is actually quite a lot. And I remember it well, I was saving 20% from 20,000 rubles. And it was quite difficult because I also had rent to pay. And I needed to somehow feed myself. Plus I had a hobby in the form of trading. So overall it was very tough. And I have made a decision for myself. I will save until victory. Meaning that while I am saving, I will forget about any debts. I just saved every month, or rather, not even every month. I saved 20% from every side job. 3 months later I looked and thought, wow, I actually have a decent amount saved up there. And I took that amount, I really took a risk at that time, and I decided to put it into trading. And you could say that it even laid a certain foundation for my trading beginnings, as I really took a risk back then. I managed to trade, well, not exactly doubling or tripling my deposit, but let's not even talk about that. I made about 30-35% on top in a month, and I was so happy about it. And then I realized that I could do more and basically not work. That is, when I started consistently making 30% a month, I realized that it was quite a lot. And it's funny how it turned out that at first I felt very uncomfortable saving, but then that discomfort, all that self-denial, made me think, that's it. I will take risks and invest in something new. This discomfort led me to new heights. Yes, I was later cheated out of 30 bucks. But the essence is that I gained knowledge, I gained experience, and it became easier for me later. It was no longer perceived as a risk. It was seen as just regular work. So if you have a main job or if you have a lot of debt, start to restrict yourself a little bit. Just ask yourself the question one more time. Will you help yourself in the future or not? If you are investing, do it wisely to make a profit. Any risk is also an investment. By taking risks, even if you spend time or money, you gain experience. Experience is a very valuable thing. so you are essentially not risking anything. You just work and gain that very experience. If you are really just struggling with money or time, you have the opportunity to trade with my bot. The bot is completely free and was created specifically for these purposes, to help people boost their deposits. Amounts of 15,000 to 20,000 no longer bother them, even up to 2,300. The parents have already been moved there, they already have a good fleet of vehicles, and everything is going very well for the guys. But nevertheless, it all started with $100, a bot, and you could say a sleepless night. Well, it wasn't exactly a sleepless night, but for a month or two, the guys were developing very, very well. I'll let you in on a little secret. Turning $10,000 into $100,000 is easier than turning $100 into $1,000. This is because it involves a different level of mindset and money habits. There are many factors that influence this growth. Similarly, even though I haven't reached that point yet, I am sure that for those guys who are flying around with sums of about 10, 20 or $50 million, it is even easier for them to make money because they just live it. They are immersed in all of this. I want to tell you the following. Just forget about all kinds of loans for a while. If you are already borrowing, you can return the same $5,100 within a week, meaning you can make it $200 in a week and return $100 in a week, leaving you with your additional $100. Just save a little bit at a time. Take a little more risks and walk less. The more you take risks, the more opportunities you will have to enjoy life in a more beautiful and fulfilling way. This has been proven by personal experience, not just mine. That's all I have for today. I wish you all great profits, success, and a good day.